rolling down.
Crazy goats.
Oh, she likes you.
So that's the girl, Ruby.
Oh! Hey, I want to hold you. Oh! I want to hold you. Oh!
She's licking that Wendy's sandwich off your face. That you...
Hi.
How are you, honey? She's going. What you got my daughter for?
She's kind of heavy.
You want me to take her?
Can we take her? Yeah. Hi. Ew. Oh, she got your shirt,
It's
Mommy.
okay. It's okay.
That's really
You can take.
Come here.
We put them over here in this kennel, and then they have like a little dog house right there. They usually sleep in.
Kelly, do you
Name her May. Well, she's born in August. So.
Let's name her August. Augie.
You know, he was really concerned about the family that was going to get him, and so I took these guys up there when they were little pipsqueaks, and we brought him home. And the dog, they named him Ruger.
You excited, Callie?
Yes. Very. Can we roll the windows down? My baby girl, your face is so tiny.
No, thank you. Okay. It's going to be on her like flies on the stink.
Good thing he's fixed.
Good job, Bando. Way to just set things up. This is Ruby. We went over this morning and looked at Ruby and her two brothers, trying to decide which one we wanted, and we settled on Ruby.
She was obviously the mellower of the two.
She is half German Shorthair Pointer, half
Wire hair.
wire hair, and that is a bird dog. That is a great bird dog, as a matter of fact. But we don't really have an interest in hunting her. She will be my companion dog. Bandit is, where's he at? Is Cedar's dog, and he doesn't really have an interest in going anywhere with me. And we recently, after a lot of thought and consideration, we recently gave Finn to a friend who has a place in town where he is not competing with other dogs, where he's fenced in, so he's safer. He was getting a little grumpy in his old age. He bit my niece. He attacked a couple of dogs, ranch dogs up here. And more than anything, the woman owned his sister. And that dog died. And so she was looking for a replacement. And it just seemed to work out.
Not a decision that we made very lightly. It was really, really hard on all of us.
It was really hard, yeah, for sure,
But we felt like Finn needed more attention, and she could obviously give it to him.
Yeah, she was a vet tech, and she was a dog trainer. Anyway, she knew what she was getting into with the Irish Wolfhounds. It was hard to do that, but once we decided to give him a better scenario to finish out his life in, I started looking at dogs again. I was looking at English setters, and anyway, I saw a picture of her last night, about an hour away from her, and I could tell by the picture that she was pretty laid back. And so we went over there this morning, and the rest is history. We have not done a puppy.
Ever.
Yeah, and I have reservations with puppies, but at the same time, I would rather start fresh, I suppose, and put the effort into her to train her how we want her to be. And she's going to be an inside dog, and she's going to be an outside dog, and she's going to go everywhere I go, and she's going to jump on the Ranger with me, and she's going to go, I need to exercise her every day. And so it's going to be fun for both of us. I may have to take her and do some obedience training to make sure that both of us know what we're working with. So Cedar takes me to obedience training regularly, and
You guys can go together.
yeah,
Get a 2-for-1.
I think we have a collar that might fit me in there. But anyway, we're excited about Ruby. We're sad about Finn, but it was the right decision. I think he was getting a little grumpy in his old age, and And we have enough company up here and enough people come up here and see us that I worried that he was going to get somebody, and it ended up happening. He did get somebody, and for that reason, he's in a better scenario now. I get texts from the lady on a regular basis, and he's doing great. So, meet Ruby. Come on, Ruby. Ruby, come on. This is a suitcase freezer that I picked up a couple of days ago for about $220. We are going to fill this thing with fresh, farm-raised, organic, free-range, whatever you want to call it, pork in about 2 days. The problem is where this suitcase freezer needs to go is in the utility room, where all my tools, all my materials, a whole lot of junk needs to be moved out to the shop. So before I can put this in there, I have to get my lovely wife to help me move a whole lot of crap, mainly my crap. But the point I'm trying to make is we deliberately raised these hogs. They've had a good life to be a little bit closer to where our source of meat comes from. We eat meat as a family. We're not afraid or embarrassed to say that, and the fact that I even have to explain it is a little bit ridiculous. But these hogs are ready to be butchered. They're about 250 to maybe 275 pounds. We're going to do this in the next couple of days, and we need to get the freezer in the utility room.
So let's get to work. It's going to take us a few hours.
Let's do it. Okay, it's a bit of a hot mess in here.
So
I'm thinking that we can put the freezer right there, and literally everything in here can go out in the shop. There's nothing in here that can't, as far as I'm concerned.
Can it go against this wall?
Yeah. This is the toolbox I'm going to get rid of. Yeah, all this stuff.
You're going to get rid of this antique?
Yeah, I'm going to run that over with my truck.
Isn't that from...
That is a reminder of my past life.
Is
I
it
know.
not from the one from my parents?
Yeah, but that... It's like a...
Give it to Rhett.
Yeah, I guess I could. But that went through 3 different plumbing companies with me. 4 different plumbing companies with me.
Well, if you weren't a plumber, you wouldn't be...
No, I know.
What you do now.
All right, so would you want to move a whole bunch of boxes out here in the middle of the floor first? And then we go from out there to the shop? Or you just want to go straight from here, leave the back door open, let the cats come and go as they please? Okay, then I just say put it anywhere out there in the shop, and I'll go through them one by one and start figuring out what I have. I can do that this evening while you guys are all in town.
I can't do the heavy stuff, so...
Yeah, just anything you're not comfortable lifting, like the fan, the star, and then we can go through this together.
Do you want this out, this truck fan outside?
I don't care. If you think there's room in here for it, there's room in here for it. Once that new solar system's here, there won't even be any batteries in here or anything. So.
Solar system.
The new batteries.
Okay.
Okay, Callie and Reedy, we need your help.
You always tell me that I have a lot of decor. What's the difference between tools and decor?
I suppose I could sell this.
I can sell my decor. I make your house beautiful.
I'm trying to give you more room.
This is a beautiful disaster.
I'm trying to give you more room for decor. So
This is going to be my storage of everything.
when this is all out of here, this is going to be amazing.
Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for
What's this thing right here? We gotta get it out of here. We gotta get it out of here.
I can't have a box.
What do you gotta do?
I'm gonna
You know I can. That was perfect for you, right there. Grab that by the handle.
I don't know what it means, but there's a smile upon your face, and I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning gun. Would you follow me to wander? Take my hand and walk beside me in a world of thunder. Fear is
Go up a little bit so it's over. You lift it. Flip it around.
when you look at me this way. I find it hard to not give in.
Oh, go to the ground.
So the
Like
days
barely in there.
weeks, it felt just like the night before.
To the right at all.
To the right, sure.
You were slowly fading in my mind. When you left, I was so completely gone, but now I'm sure you were some of the best of things to find.
Do I get my boots or my boots have to stay here? My good luck boots?
Yeah, they need to go out in your shop for good luck out there.
So what's your plan with this place in here? Have you already done it?
Every single box outside has to be gone through.
Yeah,
So this is just the beginning.
We can do it.
And box by box, we're gonna get there. Sure, I'll fill it up plenty quick.
And you think you can do the drywall by yourself on that
Yeah,
back wall?
I should. Do you think so?
Do I think
That'd make a great video.
you doing drywall?
Yeah, me doing drywall.
Well, if you did it better than me, then
Doesn't it just
you'd
need
have to
mud?
do the drywall in the shop too.
Can I just spray paint it white? What would that look like?
Well, probably need to do it right. Need to finish the place up. Yeah, I
When
need
are you
to,
gonna hang my bear
I
up?
need to hang that guy up somewhere. Huh? Hang him up soon. It looks wonderful. You did a really good job. I'm
So-
glad that, and then we ended up, this is what we ended up with. You can't see it. Come on. How many pounds do you think we ended up with of roasts and pork chops and
The only time we stay up this late is on New Year's.
I don't even stay up this late on New Year's.
That's, Look at baby bird.
I wish I could sleep like that. That was even better. We are sitting on the front porch. The storm has blown out for the moment. We have my,
It went from 70 last week to 30 this week.
we are
overnight.
wrapped up in my great-grandmother's, possibly even great-great-grandmother's quilt.
Hand stitched.
Came from the ranch over there.
It's one of our favorite.
We spent the last 2 days breaking down and butchering our 2 pigs. We didn't film anything.
Because there's lots of other videos out there that show that kind of stuff.
Lots of other videos out there. YouTube gets funny about that stuff. They seem to think that you're not comfortable with where meat comes from, and that may be the case for some of you. But
it's quite the process. It's like something you've never experienced.
Physically
before.
demanding.
Yeah.
Physically demanding. We skinned the pigs before we broke them down. It was. I'm still tired. We stayed up till 1:30 in the morning last night, Cedar and I, finishing the sausage just to be done with it. And my point is, we didn't film anything for 2 days, and so for that reason, you're getting a little bit different of a video. The more we pursue the independence that comes with our lifestyle, the more we want to be up close and personal with our food. I talked about this earlier. We eat meat, we consume meat, and rather than subcontracting the process out to somebody else, we choose to handle the killing and butchering of our own animals. So we didn't do any bacon. We did sausage. We did pork chops. We did what else? Roasts.
Pork roast.
And we'll do more. We'll do more because our family requires more.
We got so much meat though. It's gonna last.
So
us
much
at
pork.
least.
But I would love to have an elk in there, which I don't know. I have a tag for this year, but I don't know if I'm going to get to that or not. But we have about 4 days of bad weather coming in. We were kind of flying by the seat of our pants these last few days, trying to get the pigs finished and processed because we knew that we were running out of time to do it.
And we got Ruby on top of that.
And we have Ruby.
She's taken a lot of time.
We love her dearly, but she's a puppy. She's
like a newborn baby.
Yeah, she gets me out of bed about when the kids get me out of bed. But anyway, this coming week, the goal is to get that shop straightened out and ready for the garage door. We took everything out of the utility room. Cedar made the utility room beautiful. Now she has the pantry and the utility room to use as a pantry, and that frees up more space for her and allows us to do more food storage type things. As uncertain as things seem to progressively be getting, the more that we can do to have all the food around here that we can is only going to ensure that our quality of life doesn't change that much. And so that's a priority for us. But all the stuff we took out of the utility room now has to be organized in the shop. So our goal...
We have to go through every single box piece by piece. It's a hot mess in there right now, but we'll get there.
I got that huge toolbox that I've been waiting for, and so that's my goal. But the garage door could be here anytime, and so I have to have all that stuff moved out of the way so the guy can install the garage door. I have not gotten enough firewood. I'm still nervous. We have probably in the neighborhood of about 2.5 cords. I'm hoping I get a window to sneak up and cut some more maple down that is dry and ready to be burned. I can cut green maple down. A lot of people do around here. Once the leaves fall off the maple, they cut it down. But I have seasoned wood up on the hill, and so I'm hoping to be able to use that. This week, electrical. As soon as I can get the shop cleaned up, the electrical is the next most important thing, is getting on the electrical. You're not getting down, sorry. You're going to get freezing cold in the snow. The electrical and then the drywall, and that's where we're at with the shop. I need to have the ability to, she's crazy. I need to have the ability to turn on lights out there. We're now getting into the short days. We're running the generator to back up the batteries and top off the batteries more. And we're trying to get ahead of this stuff. I don't want to, the battery bank that we have is sufficient, but I want more. I hate it when that generator runs.
We want more, we need more.
We need more, especially with the shop now. Yeah. I bought a tower for a wind generator that I want to supplement the battery bank. And so we're trying to get out in front of some of these things. So when we have 2 and 3 and 4 days of storms, we still have power. We have the power with the generator. There's just nothing worse than than hearing the generator running. And I could move the generator further away from the house, I suppose, to solve that problem. But the end result's the same, and that is that we need a little bit more as far as the batteries are concerned, and we're working on it. We have something in the works. We're waiting for everything to fall into place for that to happen. We've been waiting for a couple of months now, and hopefully as soon as now we got JoJo the crazy cat. Don't scratch me, please. So anyway, we are now in these months where you know, it's firewood. It gets dark by 5 o'clock. I need to get the plow. The plow truck's still sitting up on the hill. There's not enough snow to plow right now, but if it snows the way it's supposed to all week, I'm going to have to run the plow truck a couple times this week, and the plow truck needs a little bit of attention. So, as usual, we're running a little bit behind with some of this stuff, but
Okay.
we're grinding. We're doing it.
One day at a time.
Our objective with this process is not to, what's the old saying? I don't want to survive. We want to thrive, right? We don't want to just survive. We want to get to where we've got it figured out, and we know, regardless of what comes, we're prepared for it. So, all right, let it down. Get Bandit. Bandit and Ruby are becoming better and better friends. For a couple of days, he wasn't crazy about her.
Taking over his space.
Yeah, she is what Bandit was to Finn about 10 times over, being a spastic little, annoying little whatever. But now they're starting to figure out their relationship. So I'm looking forward to figuring out that little dog. Shop heater. I've got to get the shop heater built. That's on the short list as well. There's a lot of little things that I need to get in place. Once I got the garage door on, I need to be able to keep it warm. Now that it's insulated, although I don't have the ceiling insulated, but being able to just get the wood burning stove going in there is huge. I did that inside the house when I would work for probably a year or without insulation, and it knocks the edge off, to say the least. So.
That's
Anyway,
a much bigger space though.
and it's much more open. Yeah, it's going to be hard. That's why I'm going to build a lot bigger wood stove. So anyway, this coming week, like I said, getting that shop cleaned up and organized, electrical, and I have to get that. I'm going to get that inspected. By the way, I'm not going to try and avoid inspections with the shop. So I have to get the state inspectors out here. The worse the road gets as we go into winter, the harder it is to get them up here. And so, anyway, we're trying. And then I get to get back to the house. And we get to finish the house. There's still some things with the house left to do. There's some trim work to do. There's flooring downstairs.
We're glad we didn't do flooring yet.
Right.
I'm glad we got a puppy before we got our flooring, but now
Sorry,
that
Katie.
we'd really like to get something figured out quick with that.
Yeah, the house needs to be finished up. There's nothing worse than becoming comfortable in your own environment and letting life slip by and realizing that 20 years later you've still got concrete floors and unpainted doors, right? That's what we don't want. But the way we live our life up here, we work outside when the sun shines, and now that the weather's pushing us inside, it's time to go inside, whether it's the shop or whether it's the house. And we've still got a fair amount of work to do on the house. Now that Cedar has more room in the pantry, she wants me to build some shelves where the kids can hang all their clothes, backpacks, things like that, snow clothes. Reed and Callie played outside all day today in the snow.
We got wet clothes hanging everywhere.
So anyway, we're continuing to do what we do. And
Keep on keeping on.
that's all we can do. We'll get back to the usual videos as we. I actually filmed a portion of making the sausage that we did until 1:30 in the morning last night, but the camera I bumped one of the settings and did not have it set on the right setting, so it didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to. But it's an interesting connection you have to your food when you have watched it grow from a piglet to a hog, to a pork chop. And the truth is, if more people had that connection to their food, there would be probably a lot less waste, number one. And I would venture to say the world would be a better place. people would have a lot less time to sit around on the internet complaining about what's wrong with the world. So we hope you guys are all doing well in these crazy times we're living in. But we're still here. We're not going anywhere. And we're just going to keep doing what we do.
Yep.
Yep, that's your thoughts?
I got a whole list. Where do you want to start?
Okay, let's go look at the list.
Okay.